Hello, everyone. This is DireWolf20, and hey, where's Luclin? Where you at, buddy? Oh,
Dude,
there you are.
I am over here in heaven with
Yeah.
these logic gates. These logic gates are absolutely... Oh, wait a minute. I shouldn't say anything yet. Let me go over here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, yeah, I like those things. Those are really cool. Was I supposed to be messing with those right now?
Yeah, it's cool, man, because that's the next thing on our list of stuff to cover. We're gonna check out some logic gates in Redstone too.
Sweet. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I feel like it's a good progression, right? Like we talked about wires and we talked about these cool covers. Logic gates are, also some lower tier technology. We'll get to some of the more advanced, higher tier stuff later, don't worry. But logic gates, they are epic for building cool redstone contraptions.
Can I just throw a disclaimer out there? I'm not going to claim by any means that I am an expert in redstone whatsoever. I just know my way around some gates, like the more common gates. But when it gets into the real crazy gates, I know they do some really awesome stuff, but I'm kind of rusty about that one. So I'm not going to claim professional here at all.
Yeah, I'm going to agree and be the same. I know pretty much how all these gates work, and I did extra homework to make sure I knew how they worked before I started, doing this video series with Luclin. So I should be able to explain them pretty well, and hopefully, those watching, especially those who are big fans of redstone logic gates and building cool contraptions,
Especially the creator.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully when Elram watches this, she won't be like, Dire, and shake her head at me and be like, you failed again. But no, so we've got some cool gates, man. But before we get into the gates, there's one item. I like to segue into an item that kind of isn't going to fill up a whole video, and that's lamps. We talked about the project table and the alloy furnace last episodes. We're going to talk about lamps this episode. They are cool.
They look cool.
You can go ahead and check out the recipe.
Yep.
It's pretty simple, just some glass and some redstone and this new material called Lumar. This is just an item used for crafting. It's just a crafting item. And all it is two of the dye colors with a redstone and a glowstone will get you 2 Lumar. So this recipe here gets you enough Lumar for 1 lamp.
Pretty
so I could
cool.
do light blue with light blue dye, and I could do, black lamps if I wanted to get some ink sacs going. That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
And they're cool. Yep. They just receive a redstone signal. So you see over here, we got a couple of the ones set up. Here's a white one, and it just emits white light. Now, they all emit white light because that's the way Minecraft works, but they do have this cool color to them, so you can make some really neat stuff.
Yeah.
So if you want, like, a black light, we actually use these in a couple spots where, it's really cool looking to see, just this black light on the floor. It's not big and noticeable like this thing, and, it just emits, a good level of light.
I like what she did here. Okay, if you have it off in the off position, and then you turn it on, it almost gives it it looks like a luminescent glow, but it's got a transparent, more of a transparent cube around a smaller cube, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You can see it really clearly here on the black light.
Yes, you can.
Like, that's right there.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
That's really cool. I like that. I like it. I like it, dude. Like, there's nothing you haven't shown me in this mod that I don't like.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And, you can run redstone wire right along them, so it's really nice for, running that kind of thing. Great.
Very cool. Doesn't surprise me that you can put that anywhere.
Yeah. And I've definitely set up in many of my houses just like lights all the way along the ceiling and just run a big redstone wire straight across them, so I have one light switch.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Very cool.
I like it.
So let's get into gates now. We talked about lamps. We're going to use the lamps to demonstrate some of the gate features, so it was a good segue. We're going to talk about, if you look at any recipe in here, there's about 4 or 5 base materials that you're going to have to craft them out of. And they're just different combinations and different orders of putting these items together, get you the different gates. You've got your stone wafer and your stone wire, your stone cathode and your stone anode. And a couple of them require some more advanced stuff. Like if you look at a timer, you'll see a pointer. That's one of the extra ones. And some of the more advanced gates require a couple others. But they're all pretty much crafted pretty similarly. You can come over here with me and look in the furnace, Luclin. You'll see some stone cooking up.
I was looking at the different recipes.
Yeah, there's a lot.
All right, that's the bench. I need the furnace. Oh, there it is. Stone cooking up.
Yep. Get you some stone
wafers. So you get 2 stone wafers per stone. That's
Correct.
cool. That's awesome.
Yep. Yep, and you're going to need a lot of these, especially if you're messing with logic gates. Because you're basically, almost every logic gate is going to require about 9 stone wafers.
Okay.
And then inside the project table here, I've got a couple components set up. So your most basic stone wafer is a component of some of the gates. You're also going to need some stone wire, which is just redstone on top of the wafer. Nice and easy.
Yep.
And a torch on top of there gets you your cathode.
Nice.
And then this recipe is a little bit more complex, and that's your anode. But you can see it gives you 3 of them. So 3 anodes for 3 stone wafers.
Very nice. That's awesome.
Nice and fair.
Yes.
And then your pointer, which is used on your timer, is kind of like the anode, but just with a stone on top there.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. No,
Yeah.
that's very cool. Very cool.
So what I did is I said, Luclin, you know your way around vanilla Minecraft a lot better than me. Like, I'm a noob when it comes to vanilla. Ask any of my subscribers. So I said, go ahead and hook up some cool gates for me. So show me the AND gate you made. And
I just did some simple gates. I mean, these are extremely simple gates. I mean, there's your simple AND gate right there. Basically, you know how this works. If this is on, this over here is still off, but both of these have to be on. So both inputs have to be on in order for it to power the output.
Right, and that's why it's called an AND gate.
Yep.
Because, this input and this input have to both be on.
Yep.
So one or the other doesn't do anything.
Okay.
But with both on,
now,
that turns on.
Let me go ahead and bring up why I like what we're about to show. I like what we're about to show because of the footprint size. That's I don't know how, I don't know any other way to say that. And I also like it. There's a few other reasons why I like it, but let's go ahead and talk about that. Matter of fact, can you pass me an AND gate if you have one on you?
I sure can. I'll toss you one right here. And we've got one on the ground over here as well.
Now, you see that right there? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You just threw me an AND gate. You didn't throw me 3 cobblestone, 3 redstone torches, and some redstone wire. No, you threw me an AND gate right here. Look, I'm holding an AND gate in my hand. I love that.
That is cool, isn't it?
Yes, that's awesome.
Yep. So here's your AND gate, and I'll go into why I think it looks really awesome in a minute, but I'll demonstrate that it has the same functionality as this thing. I'm going to turn this guy off right now. We've got it set up, right? Now, by default, when you lay it down, your AND gate has 3 input sides. So all 3 have to be on. 1, 2, and 3 in order for your lamp here to turn on, and any one of them turning off would turn off your lamp. So, and like we said, means all 3 have to be on. But if you get out a screwdriver, and Luclin's got one in his hand too, if he shift right clicks on this guy, you'll see that it's actually disabling one of the inputs, and you can disable 2 of them too if you want.
I want to bring that other one back. Okay, right there. There we go. Oh, wait, I disabled the other one on the other side. Dang it, just disable this one. There we go. Done. So yeah, I think that's really cool too, that she gives you the ability to make even further adjustments with the screwdriver. Not just the screwdriver, but shifting the screwdriver, which is awesome.
Yeah. Now, shift-clicking the screwdriver does what we just saw, but if you just right-click without holding shift, you'll see it turns the gate around.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that because it'll mess up everything we got there.
That's all right, I can do it.
Okay, go ahead. Do it.
See? There you go.
He's a rebel. Look at him go.
I am. So what I think is really impressive about these gates is, go ahead and take a look at this AND gate, right? I mean, you got these 2 redstone torches on the side here, and then you've got that redstone torch in the front.
But you also have the redstone, it looks like, across the top. So what you're trying to get at is that it's almost the same thing looking down on it like this.
Yep.
That's really, yeah, I really didn't notice that before.
It's really the same thing.
Yeah, that is so cool. But it's in a block. It's in a one block. That's awesome.
And when you turn both of these on, these 2 redstone torches on the side turn off, and the front one turns on.
Yep.
And the same thing happens over here. When I turn both of these inputs on, 1, 2, you can see the 2 redstone torches are off, and the front one is on.
Yep, that is just...
Same concept.
Now, wait a minute. This is why I asked you to pass me that other one. Because in Minecraft, I mean, you could probably do this if you think of some freaky way to do it, but, you can't do this. I'm sorry. No matter how hard you try, you can't do this inside of vanilla Minecraft. You just can't do this. I mean, you probably could put it up top there, but it would just look weird. I mean, I could take the same thing that we just did and boop, just stick it right there and have the same thing on the ceiling.
Same functionality.
Same thing. And that is just, wow. So yeah, that is just, to me, absolutely awesome that you can do that, and there's just so many different ways you can do it. And I really feel that and I don't want to speak for her, but I really feel like the thing that she had in mind was consolidation, massive consolidation. And I think she's very, what I've seen so far of this mod, she has completely achieved that goal of massive consolidation.
Absolutely. Yep. And we'll get into some how even more crazy the consolidation gets in a bit. So,
okay,
but
cool.
for now, just keep in mind, like, consolidation is cool. And, to go in hand with the AND gate, we've also, of course, got the OR gate. I've got one of those set up way over here.
Okay.
I don't know why I did it so far away, but, whatever. So you set up an OR gate right here. This is a NOR gate,
Yeah, this
actually.
is a NOR gate. Let's just knock that off, and now it's an OR. It's an OR
a regular
gate.
OR. Yep.
OR gate.
Just need some reds.
Just go ahead and replace it. There we go. Get rid of this. He's teaching me not to use redstone anymore because I'm so used to it. He's like, no, use this. It's better. I'm like, okay. That peer pressure. But yeah, exactly. Right there, an OR.
Right. So any one of these inputs can be on, and it'll turn this one on. And even if they're all on, it still stays on, right?
Yep.
So same basic gist right over here. OR gate. Boom. On. Any one of these being on will cause the output to turn on. The output, of course, being represented by the orange lamp.
Very cool. It's just simple. Like the whole idea behind it is just simple, and it's compact, and once again, this mod, like I said, this mod is genius because the consolidation. I can't talk enough about consolidation because I know me when I did vanilla Minecraft stuff, like, I would just dread footprints, dread them, because you would be building just the simplest piston door in your house, and you'd have to like rip out half the wall behind where the door's going and put in all your redstone. I used to get proud of it after a while, be like, that looks kind of cool, and I actually fit that in there that small. But then at the same time, if something breaks, it's like you got to break through it again and try to figure out what's broken, and there's like, this is so awesome. I wish this was around. It's so awesome. I wish I would have used this, really.
Yep. So I've got a NOT gate over here.
Okay.
And as most people who know Redstone even a little bit know, a NOT gate just kind of reverses the input.
Yep.
So inputs off, outputs on.
Easy
inputs
peasy.
on, outputs off.
There we go.
Nice and simple. People have said to me, like, Dire, why use a NOT gate, dude? Like, you can just use a redstone torch. That's basically a NOT gate, right? And I say, yeah, that's true. But NOT gates can go up on walls. How cool is that? And you can even stack these gates on top of each other. So that's a really cool functionality where with vanilla redstone, if you wanted to connect multiple gates to something, it's actually not that easy.
The footprint would be huge too.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have to really go through a lot of hoops just to get everything to fit together and work.
Right. But with, Red Power 2, these two gates will interact with each other perfectly.
It's
See how that's kind of reversing?
It's amazing. It's like a 1x2 footprint. I mean, it's very, very Where can you go wrong with that?
Pretty awesome, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I agree completely with you. It is awesome.
Now, we talked about the OR gate, which any one of these being on or any combination of these being on would turn on the output, right?
Yep.
I want to talk about the Exor gate because that's one of my favorites. I use this a lot. And I want to say that probably every one of our viewers has an Exor gate in their house right now.
I do.
You do?
Yep.
I do. I know that.
I do.
I definitely do. Where you guys might see this is in a room where you have a light that's controlled by two different light switches.
Yep.
What an Exor gate does is it basically will only turn on the output when the two inputs here are opposite of each other.
Uh-huh.
So when one is on, it turns on the output. But if both are on, it turns off the output. And if the other one's on, it turns it on. And if they're both off, it turns it off. So this is great for a room. Like, say you have like a big warehouse or something that you built in Minecraft here, and you want a light switch on either side of the room, right? You'd want to build an Exor gate and say, like, all right, when I flip this switch, it turns it on and off. And when I flip this switch, it turns the lights on and off. And it doesn't matter what state we leave the other switch in. It'll still turn it on and off every time I flip a lever. Either lever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's no condition here where a lever won't work. Where with like an OR gate, for example, like this lever is not doing anything because the other levers are on already. So like that's fun for me.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
And by the way, I actually one time did build an Exor gate out of vanilla redstone. It's huge.
They're crazy huge, and it's like you're just doing. I can't say it enough. They know it. They're like, Luclin, we know, we understand. It's small.
We get it.
Wait. Come over here for one more second. There's one more? Okay. Yeah, this right here. Let's show them this right here. This is awesome. Yes, and the reason why it's awesome is the ability, because we all know what vanilla Minecraft offers for a repeater. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and grab one. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you do that.
And where is the repeat? There's so many things in here. There it is. Got it. Okay. So,
cool.
Yep, here we go. Here is a regular Minecraft repeater. Right there.
Now, can that go up on walls?
Oh, well, let's go ahead and see, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, no.
No.
But yeah, it can go right there. Wait, can it go up there? No, it can't go. So, see, this should be called Redstone. It should be called Red Power 2. We go on walls. That's what.
That's the new nickname for Red Power 2. We go on walls.
We go on walls because this does not go on walls.
Yep.
Okay, but what I like about this is what you explained to me before is the settings. Like in regular vanilla Minecraft, you know, we have our redstone repeater, and we have our first setting, second setting, third, and our fourth setting. So you have 3 settings on this, or actually 4 settings. You have your first, second, third, and fourth setting. Over here, we have our first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9. This has 9 settings, ladies and gentlemen. 9 settings. And it gives you the ability, okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to put it on its furthest setting. And then I'm going to put this on its furthest setting right here, just like so. And then I'm going to put this down here, okay, and then I'm going to put that down there. Oh, okay. So there we go. So as you can see.
I think this guy's actually backwards, by the way.
This is still, is it?
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see. Let's switch one, because that one didn't even go on yet.
This side is the...
No, I was right. I was right.
Were you?
Yeah, okay. Look, watch. See the arrow? See the arrow? Watch. It is that quick. Watch.
What?
See the arrow?
That's the longest delay on the vanilla redstone repeater?
That's the longest delay. You have to do this. Look. You have to do this in order to get what you're doing right there with that one. Okay, so watch. Yeah. Watch this. This has to be this actually has to be a lot longer than what I'm making it. But I'm just going to give you an idea of like what the equivalent of that is. The equivalent of that is insane. So look, watch. You see that?
Dude, and look, ours hasn't even ticked over.
It hasn't even ticked over yet. So just to give you an idea of the settings of what you can do with that repeater, and then how much. Now look at the room where see, there it goes. It just went. Now think about how long it would have took us to make that one, and think about the footprint for that. And I've done that many of times. Yeah.
The delay on this max setting, by the way, is 128 ticks, which is about 6.5 seconds.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just to be able to do that in just this small one, that's it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, that's awesome.
The word epic comes to mind.
It does. Epic does come to mind. All right, what do we have
over here? We've got 2 more neat little gadgets. I like these guys.
This looks like a sequencer, and this looks like a timer.
You are correct, sir.
All right, so how are these working for us? Because I know how they work in Minecraft, because look, I set this one up. This is a very old school 5 clock timer. It's a 5 clock pulsar right here, and that's all it really does. So what's the equivalent?
What's the interval on this? Is this blinking every 5 ticks?
I think it's every 5 ticks it's blinking. Yeah.
All right, so that's about 1/4 of a second, right?
Yeah.
Now, what if you wanted to increase the duration of this clock here that you built? Like, what if you wanted to make it like a second, every second it clicks?
I would have to put multiple clocks in to put the delay into it.
So you'd have to build this like 4 more times this big.
I would have to delay it, yeah.
Wow, that's complicated.
And so that shows you. Oh, yeah, I can't say it enough, like I said.
Yep.
Small.
Here we go. We got a timer, right? Same thing as this.
Okay.
Where every so often it's going to go ahead and emit a redstone signal. Boom. Right-click on the interface here.
Okay, I'm right.
And you can change your delay. Make it whatever you want.
Okay, so wait a minute here. So it looks like I got minus 10 seconds, minus 1 second, minus 50 ms, plus 50 ms, plus 1 second, plus 10 seconds. So I can go up to 10 seconds, or does that multiply? Oh, are you kidding me? Wow.
Yeah, you can add.
So I can keep adding to this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. How far does it go? Do we know?
I don't know. High.
Okay, so it
high
does.
To the point where I've never had to get that high.
So you can adjust this down to the... Wow, that is so awesome how she gives you 3 adjustment levels on each side. That's cool. Very, very cool. I set that... We'll go ahead. Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
360 seconds?
Yeah, it's pretty high up there.
That's up there, right?
Yeah.
What's that, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
About 6 minutes.
That's not even...
No, wait, does this work... Wait, does this work...
What's that?
Does this work similar to this over here? Because I remember you were telling me this over here, you can actually use this to create an actual timekeeper inside of, well, like a time tracker inside of Minecraft. So you can do the times of day. You can do morning, you can do afternoon, you can do evening, and you can do night.
Yep, they're both pretty similar. The timer here just emits a redstone signal on all its sides whenever it ticks.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and bring this guy back down to, like, you know, a more realistic time frame. So see how, like, it's every time it ticks, it does all three, right?
This can be used as a rapid pulsar then, correct?
Oh, sure, yeah. If I bumped it down to, like, the smallest, it can do like that.
Nice. Okay, that is awesome. Now, question about this. Because one of the biggest problems that I used to have when I made redstone contraptions with, like, a pulsar is that if it was on a server, it would, when I would come back on, it would either be off or it would be off, or like it would be like the count of it would be off, or it would just be, it would stop working. Does it do that with these?
Oh, no.
That's what I thought.
These things are golden. They're good.
That's what I thought.
The only time you can stop them is if you apply a redstone signal to the bottom of the gate. That stops it.
And you shut it off.
Yeah.
Makes
so you
sense.
got an on-off switch here.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. All right, so explain this one to me here.
This one's pretty similar. You can right-click and change the interval.
Oh, okay.
And I want to say that this is the interval between each cycle, right? So you can set this to match the time of day on the server, and then you can say, like, you know, change the little light setting here to see which part of the day it is, or anything you want to do really with this thing. So you can just basically alternate which side it gets output every so many seconds.
Now, what's awesome about this mod in particular is we can have a wall, and we can put this exact thing on the wall, so it looks like a big clock.
Yep,
that
you got
is really cool. Yeah, you don't have to just put it on the ground. You can stick it on the wall, and it'll look just like this.
And using these lights, we've built some really cool clocks. Like, we have this crazy clock in the wrenched map that we do that's literally, like, counting down minutes out of these lights. So, like, we have, like, it's like a digital clock, right? We've got, like, you know, a dozen lights set up, and it counts, like, the numbers out. It's so cool looking.
That's awesome. That was going to bring me to my next question. And either we can decide to show it. Because, by the way, you guys, this part of the mods is going to be in two parts, because there are so many gates to show you guys. And the one thing that I was going to ask him is if he has some really cool examples of stuff he's done with what he's showing me here today.
Oh, yeah. We definitely have some cool stuff we can show you.
So we'll have to take a field trip to see that stuff.
Yeah, I think we will. But first, we want to check out one or two more of these little gadgets.
Yep.
And then we'll look into a field trip next.
Ooh.
So I'm going to hook up this guy. This is the pulse former. This is cool. It's like a repeater in two different changes. Number one is it has almost no delay at all. So even the lowest form of a repeater, the smallest one, has a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
But a pulse former has practically no delay at all. So when you go ahead and emit a redstone signal on it, boom, it's going to instantly transfer that signal. And the other thing is it will go ahead and quickly just emit a pulse even when it receives a steady signal like we have here. So unlike a repeater that keeps the things on, right? So this guy stays on. This guy just emits a pulse when it receives the signal.
So it makes a lever work like a button.
You got it.
Very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Very cool.
Oh man, like I said, there's like everything you keep showing me, it's just like it gets better and better and better and better. All right. Is there anything else you want to show me? We got more stuff? Oh,
well, you had built this thing. It's like a T flip-flop or something like that.
Yeah, this is a T flip-flop. And the way that I kind of describe this when I use it a lot is it has the ability to have multiple inputs, and it goes into one output. So all inputs go to one output. So if I just push this switch here, it'll turn that on. Or if I decide to push this switch, it'll turn it off. Or if I push this switch, it'll turn it on. Vice versa. Same with this too. So the cool thing about this is I could have a piece of wire hooked all the way over there by those three trees with a button on it. As long as the power got back to this, it would switch this on and off. So you could do it from anywhere. It's almost like the same thing in your house, but you could have the ability, no matter what position the switch is in, you can always take control from that point. So if the light is on and the switch is in the off position, when I put the switch up, it would turn the light off. You know, it's just that. That's also
cool. So that's kind of like a light switch button form.
Yeah, it is.
Nice. Well, we've got here a toggle latch, which works pretty much the same way.
Okay.
Go ahead and hit your button over there, and you'll see that it's going to alternate the sides here. So you can see this guy. Yep. So whenever you hit the button, it just alternates which side it's on. So if you only had it hooked up to one side, it worked exactly like that. But you can hook it up to two sides, and it'll just toggle back and forth.
Okay, that makes sense. And then also with my screwdriver, if I want, I can disable this one here, just like this, right?
Well, I don't know if that one disables.
Oh, man, I thought it would. Well, I can just disable it like this then. How about that?
Yep.
Right?
Oh, but let's say, all right, here we go. Time to quiz you. You ready?
Yes.
Let's say that you wanted that redstone wire there, but you didn't want it hooked up to the gate. What would you do?
Let's see. Can I flip this? No, that's just that. Oh, I did it with the screwdriver. Let's see. If I wanted the redstone there, and I didn't.
That's a tricky one, right?
Yeah, it is. I think I fixed it. I broke it, but that's okay. That's good. It's broken now. Okay,
go ahead. And rotate it again. You rotated it. There you go. Now you're good.
Rotate it back. There we go. All right. So what would I do?
Here you go.
Oh, one of these. This was okay. I'm thinking redstone. Like, what would I do? No, but I would go like this. I would just take this, and I could put this right here.
You got it.
If I wanted to.
How nice does that look, too?
That is so neatly done. You know, when you asked me that question, I'm thinking in my head, okay, where would I wire the redstone, and how would I do that?
See, man, I'm getting you to think like Red Power.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you just put that down and separate.
I want to compact it up. Go ahead and throw a strip down. You're good.
That was easy. Wow, that was easy.
That was from our microblock spotlight, right?
Yes, very, very cool. Man, like I said, it just gets better and better and better and better. Wow. So much stuff to learn about this.
Yeah, definitely cool stuff. And we'll get into this contraption next episode, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Hint.
Hint.
This is an extremely compact shift register. Any viewers who know what that means are probably like, what? A shift register that small? Yes, it's true. And we'll talk about what that means in a bit.
So there you go, guys. That's a shift register right there.
Pretty cool, right?
Interesting. Yes, very cool.
All right, man.
All right, cool.
So I think that's a pretty good wrapping up point for this episode. There's some more, like we said, more complex gates to cover, but we're going to cover that in another episode. These crazy cool ones in here.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look at these. I haven't even looked at these yet. Let me see what we have in. Oh, my goodness. State cell, multiplexer, synchronizer, randomizer, light sensor. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Null cell, invert cell, non-invert cell, counter, bus transceiver, and transparent latch. Ooh, sounds cool.
Awesome stuff.
Yes,
yeah. But
we're
gonna have to check that out next episode, and then maybe once we do check those out, we'll take a look around and see if we can't find some cool in-game examples of stuff we've built using some of these logic gates.
Awesome, dude. That's so great. Well, I just want to say to everybody out there that is watching this on my side, if you guys don't know who DireWolf20 is, please remember his links in the description, and there's an annotation in the right-hand corner of the screen. Please go check him out. Great guy, great person, awesome mod master. That's all I can say.
Thank you, sir.
Bow down.
And I'm happy to have Luclin here as always, and we're having fun with LRM's mod Red Power 2. It's not out for 1.3.2 just yet of Minecraft, but it will be very soon. She's working really hard on it.
Yeah, she's doing a great job. This is great.
Cool, guys. All right, well, this is DireWolf20 signing off.
All right, this is Luclin, MCWB, and I'm out.
All right, guys, take it easy.
Bye.